Previously on Dragon Age.
You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
I've been given a chance to do something good for a change. I'm not going to throw it away.
Back when we left Goldanas, you told me I needed to look out for myself more than I do. I'm beginning to think you were right. I need to stop letting everyone else make my decisions for me. I need to take a stand and think about myself for a change, or I'm never going to be happy.
I will always do my best to protect you, Morgan.
You should not be so... You have no idea what will happen in days to come to make such promises.
Well, King Cailan thinks the battle will go well.
The king must always seem confident. His behavior affects the troops' morale.
There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar.
For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it. That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this?
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
Are you sure you can control that thing?
It's not a demon that requires controlling. Really, you need not fear it. I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
So once you get that particular cutscene, actually Wynn gets a new talent. Let's see if I can... Yeah. She gets Vessel of the Spirit, which is basically just like uber healing and restoration for everybody. But it weakens her, so she's stunned and suffers penalties to movement, attack, and defense. So if you need 4 able-bodied heroes to be fighting, then probably you don't want to use it. But if you need some really hefty healing really quick, it's a nice talent to have. Alright, so let's continue on our way. Let's take a closer look at that unarmed man that the guards seem to be harassing. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Cailan's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Now let's head down and see what's going on. Yikes.
Warden senses tingling.
Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Marajin, a member of Cailan's honor guard at Ostagar, and a close confidant to the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
What do you mean there wasn't time?
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Yes, I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault that they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Cailan, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Why didn't he just give the key to Duncan?
He didn't get the chance. Duncan was so busy with the new recruits and keeping Logain at bay. Whatever his reasoning, it's me Cailan entrusted it to.
Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Cailan entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
Where exactly is it?
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden. If that is where we are headed, I would like to accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Cailan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Alright. So it seems that despite the aura that King Cailan gave off about his confidence in defeating the Darkspawn, he wasn't quite as confident as we were led to believe. And now we're entrusted with recovering both his documents and his equipment that he left behind when he fell. So let's make our way back to Ostagar.
Something about returning here makes me feel old, Wyn.
And what exactly are you implying, Alistair?
What? What? Nothing. No, I just thought...
You just thought I might be an expert at feeling old and could share some sage advice.
I just mean that I was a different person then. I believed him, you know? That it would be a glorious battle, that we'd win.
I did too. We were all a little bit younger the last time we were here.
Well, not you. You've always been old.
With lips like that, son, you'll be lucky if you live to be half my age.
And so, the heroes have returned to Ostagar, which is even more decrepit and broken down than it was when we first got to the ruins. And it's still about, well, actually it's the same size map as it was when we were first here. Although the particular areas that we can get to and not get to have shifted around a little bit since Chapter 2. So I'm going to explore around here, fight off the Darkspawn, and see if we can recover those documents.